and welcome to the Shy Sheep. I hope you're all having a lovely week thus far. Actually, before I get into today's video, I just wanted to quickly apologize, basically for having no money. That's kind of the essence of this apology. So I wanted to apologize that I haven't had figures on here too much lately. It's because I'm waiting for my pre-orders and I'm trying to save my money to be able to afford my pre-orders, basically. So my apologies. Today's video is actually on the best places to buy anime figures. I'm doing this video hopefully to help out any new figure collectors out there, and I also thought even if you do know some of these things as a advanced figure collector, maybe some of these things will help you too, or maybe you'll just find it interesting to watch and you'll see my opinions on what I think are the best places. I wanted to make a few videos to help new figure collectors out there because I know when I started collecting I found these videos extremely helpful, and I was very grateful to everyone who did make these videos. So this is definitely a list of best. Okay, so the number one that I really recommend to everyone is Amazon Japan, and I mainly recommend this for pre-orders. Amazon Japan, first of all, is just an amazing place to buy figures off of. They are generally a pretty competitive price with everyone else's figures, and they also tell you the shipping cost up front, so you know exactly how much your total will be, and your customs price. The shipping price quoted is DHL shipping, which I think is amazing. Their prices for shipping are extremely low. I have found them to be insanely low for figures. So much so that sometimes I can't even believe that it's DHL, like I'm kind of questioning, but then it gets shipped with DHL and I'm like, oh my god, what? I would definitely say Amazon Japan for pre-orders, because you're generally buying directly through Amazon Japan. Like it says sold by and shipped by Amazon Japan. That's the best option for me. eStream figures are also available there, but they sold and shipped by eStream, which is fine. I actually did speak to the eStream store the other day asking about their protective shipping, and it is shipped in like 2 boxes with like really good protective packaging. So it seems like they do ship their figures very nicely from the eStream store. Since I do have a figure pre-ordered with them. Anyway, for in-stock figures, some figures are sold by Amazon Japan and some are sold by third-party sellers. I'd say that you do need to be somewhat careful in terms of bootlegs, but I've heard through most people that for the most part, the third-party sellers are actually selling the genuine figures because they're actual stores that are selling legitimate figures. So I think you will be fine for the most part. But I can't say that their shipping will be the best because it's specifically Amazon Japan that if they're shipping it, their shipping is the best. And they give you your customs price, and you just, once you pay for that figure when it comes into stock, because you don't have to pay for your order up front, you only pay when it ships. But once you paid for it, that's all you have to pay. There's no other hidden costs anymore. If you're new to collecting, I would definitely say give Amazon Japan a chance because most other companies, they don't tell you your shipping price up front, so you're in the dark until the end, and generally it's just unaffordable. It's like almost, it's either the price or double the price of the figure. It's really just not worth it. So I thought I would let you all in on a secret in case you're unaware. Nin-nin game is number 2 on my list actually, and they are also for in-stock figures, are a bit iffy, but I'll get to that, mainly for pre-orders as well though. So Nin-nin game offers new figures, they offer pre-orders and in-stock figures. Nin-nin game is wonderful for pre-orders in my experience. They shipped out my pre-order within a week and it got here super fast. Of course, that's the shipping method I chose. But I've also had really good experience with their customer service, even though lots of people say they haven't. I have received the latest response was within 2 days, and that was something that wasn't urgent. I think I mentioned that in the past. Most of the time it's a few hours or the same day that I get a response if it's something with regards to my order that's pretty urgent. They're always very kind and very helpful. Their prices for their pre-orders are very competitive with amiami. Their shipping, I did do a comparison of shipping. Their shipping is expensive, definitely expensive, but it's pretty much on par with Mandarake for me, and it's definitely cheaper than amiami. I think I did a comparison just to see with the eStream Gojo that recently released. I think nin-nin games shipping was about 10,000 to 9,000 yen cheaper than amiami's, so they are definitely cheaper, even though they are still expensive for me. I do still think that their shipping is pretty okay though. If I have to splurge a bit on shipping, it hasn't been like double the figure or like more than the figure, so I felt okay about it, even though I still feel pretty cheated out of my money. I do have to say I have seen some complaints with their in-stock figures. Sometimes they're not in stock, so you get charged and then all of a sudden the figure isn't in stock anymore. They do end up refunding you, but that can be quite irritating. More than likely, it probably won't be a problem, but just be aware that there could be a problem with an in-stock figure. But they will always resolve the issue, it seems. So yeah. My number 3 on my list, which is Mandarake. Mandarake is a gem. I have mentioned this in my 6 things I wish I knew before figure collecting, so I won't go too much into detail about why it's a gem. But it's a wonderful place to pick up pre-owned figures at a relatively decent price. Of course, things still can skyrocket in the aftermarket and they will still have some of those prices, but you won't have them trying to cheat you out of your money like on some other places. They have a very wide variety of pre-owned figures. They often have pre-owned figures coming in. It gets updated every day, so if you are looking out for a figure, you can keep track of it. I have a lot of Mandarake alerts and they do all seem to work for me, so I get alerted whenever a figure I am interested in is in stock, which is really nice. They are also really good with stating what condition everything is in. I generally try go for something that is unopened because then it's brand new. But the things that are opened, unless it says like there's a stain or there's dirt or there's some sort of minor damage or you can see it's being used, if it doesn't say any of that along with the opened thing, it pretty much means it looks brand new. It's just the box has been opened and the figure has probably been displayed, but it's been taken very good care of, in other words, is what I found. Yeah, their shipping price also seems to be round about the same as nin-nin. It seems to be maybe like a tiny bit expensive, but definitely cheaper than amiami. So I really like that option, that they are cheaper than amiami in shipping. Number 4 on my list is, I don't even know why it's number 4. It's not number 4 for me, but I feel like it should be, this is for all of you. Because this is like the last on my list. So number 4 is amiami. And that is because I know that it is great for so many other people. I've seen other people, especially in the US, your shipping price seems to be not as horrendous as mine, I think. Please correct me if I am mistaken. But my Rengoku is gonna cost me 25,000 yen to ship. And he costs like, that's basically double Rengoku's price, so. And I obviously got him to ship for 8,000 yen on on Amazon Japan DHL, or maybe it was 7,000, I don't even know. It was really cheap compared to amiami. Also, obviously your guys' postal system is far more reliable than mine, so you probably feel a lot more comfortable using EMS. I am thinking of trying EMS out, but I'm very nervous. Since there are some pre-orders on amiami that I can't cancel because I can't find them anywhere else, and I love those figures, so yeah, I'm probably gonna try EMS, but I'm sure you guys get, I think you still have EMS, like Canadians don't have EMS as well, so that's why it's such a big problem for them. But I know for all of you who have reliable postal services and you can use EMS and maybe DHL isn't as expensive, Amiami is really wonderful. Their prices are competitive. Their shipping isn't horrendous for you. They have, they offer a lot of, like, pretty much all the pre-orders at very competitive prices, generally at discounts because I think their shipping is higher than other companies. But anyway, they have a pre-owned figure section with a huge variety of pre-owned figures. It is a very competitive section where if there is a figure that's really in demand, it gets snapped up really quickly on the pre-owned page of theirs. So, and it gets refreshed and reloaded and like updated every day at a certain time. So if you are looking for a pre-owned figure, you can try the Amiami section. The next company that I want to speak about, which should be higher on my list, I guess, is Good Smile Company Global. So you can buy from Good Smile Company online, the global one. The only problem I have with this is that they only offer EMS, basically. Which is a really great thing if your postal service works. I am nervous to use mine, however, I did get in a sticky situation with the Bokuto and Akaashi Nendoroids. I could not get them anywhere else except for Good Smile. So I picked them up there and they're coming via EMS, so fingers crossed that those don't get lost in the mail. But yeah, Good Smile Company, I think their shipping price, they have like a flat 2,000 yen shipping price for every figure, like no matter the scale, size, or whatever. I'm not sure if that has changed. Please correct me if I'm wrong again. I don't have very much experience with Good Smile, like ordering from them, but their shipping price seems to be very, very, very low for EMS, and it's just a flat rate, so that's great. It's wonderful. It doesn't add an extra lot onto the figure. Their figure prices are not as low as amiami because then they have the flat rate of the shipping. So I think it ends up being cheaper than amiami though, to be honest with you, with the EMS shipping like that. So yeah, they're great. They have so many different pre-orders up, like a huge variety. I've really only seen them mainly for pre-orders. I think occasionally they have some in-stock figures though as well, but I don't think they offer pre-owned figures to my knowledge. So, and the last company on my list, I put this last even though I actually think they're better than like amiami. And this is Solaris Japan. The only reason why I put Solaris Japan on here last is because a lot of their figures are just overpriced compared to other companies or retailers. And I say this in terms of pre-orders as well. I've noticed their pre-orders are much, much more expensive than other places, and even their in-stock, because they offer pre-owned figures, they offer pre-orders, and they offer in-stock brand new figures. So they offer quite a wide variety of figures as well. But their pre-owned or even in-stock figures, their aftermarket prices that they list are exorbitant. Like, they are far higher than what the actual aftermarket price is, and it's quite ridiculous when I see those prices sometimes. I kind of can't believe that they are listing it as that expensive, because I've seen the figure go for multiple times. Like, multiple times I've seen this figure go for much cheaper than that. So that's why I've put them on the last, just because it seems like their pricing is much higher in general. Sometimes though, you can find a good deal on Solaris Japan. I found my Yuji and Nobara Nendoroid for a very good deal on Solaris Japan. Another thing that I would say is you need to be aware with Solaris Japan. I'm pretty sure you need to pay upfront even for your pre-orders. So if you're not comfortable paying upfront for a pre-order, then Solaris Japan is probably not the place for you. But if you are, then and you find a good deal and it's not like really overpriced, then I recommend Solaris Japan. They're really wonderful. They also have quite a wide variety of figures. And sometimes they actually have some figures that I've found quite difficult to find on their like pre-owned or in-stock section. And sometimes they're actually for a really good price. So I know there are many more places to buy figures from. If you are wanting to look for other retailers, you can go onto MyFigureCollection and they have a whole bunch of recommended and trusted retailers that you can buy figures off of. I know Right Stuff Anime is one of them. I know there's a few other ones, but these are really the main ones and I would say the best ones. If any of you have any other recommendations for really good retailers to pick up figures at a good price or really good shipping prices, you can leave them in the comments below to either help me or anyone else that I'm sure would really appreciate that. But I really hope that this video did help you if you are new, and if you didn't know these things and you're experienced, I really hope that it did help you then. And if you knew all these things, I hope that it was just entertaining. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and for being here. I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video and found it helpful, interesting, or entertaining. I do hope to see you here all next week, but it is okay if you do not want to, I understand. But yeah, I really hope you all have a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye guys!